Okay, Giganta, why do you think you're better than BB?
He's known as Broken Brain.
Broken Brain. Oh, wow. Okay, BB, how do you answer this? What do you think of Giganta as a
Well,
player?
we saw what Broken Brain did to Shitgen last game.
Okay. How do we expect this one to go this time? What makes you better than him?
This time around, the Shygenda will pop off on Broken Brain.
The Shygenda, Zigwenda. Okay. What do you think? What is going to make you better than him this time, BB?
Well, everything experience, amounts of games played, just skill, yeah, just everything really.
I mean, I recall that Malmö finals didn't go so well. So
well, it's fine. In the Malmö finals, there was no Shigenda, so.
And you think you're still gonna maintain Rogue's now Koi's win rate, even if you're on the top lane now, and make it better?
I have good expectations for today. I think we can do it for sure. He's kind of trash.
All right, couple words on what we can expect on the top lane. Should we keep an eye on this? Is it gonna be a fist fight? Because top lane can be boring sometimes.
There's not going to be need of any eye on top lane because we all know the outcome already, right? And it's going to be me being on top. So.
Him being on top, you being on top. Any last words?
It doesn't matter. Top lane is useless.
All right. Okay, we're going to end on this, guys. Thank you so much. I'll let you go backstage. Shocks, back to you.
Yeah, useless indeed. That's why we could actually interview the two top laners before. You don't even need to...
It always comes back around to that, isn't it? Top lane is useless, no matter what the analysis is.
Yeah, it always happens. Jamada, thank you for joining us. Here in the LEC, we love a bit of banter back and forth. And maybe there'll be a bit of banter back and forth in the mid lane as well. Caps versus Larson once again. Caps, who has been so successful throughout the history of the LEC.
I think these are the two champions I'm going to keep my eye on for this series because Trimby's actually has been phenomenal.
I'm curious as to what Koi is going to do with the Lilia. Is that something that they feel that needs to be removed?
Okay, I just quickly need to mention a lot of Koi chants coming from Fnatic jersey wearers here. Very quick for them to have changed their tune. Fnatic come back in the spring split, but for now, Koi fans through and through.
You just got
to call them out like that.
You're okay, yeah, okay, fair enough, Medic, fair enough.
Giga Chad, Giga Medic. Anyway, Silas and Kaylin taken away by G2. There's the Elise that you were talking about. Ashe, obviously, possibility. There's the Draven. And Ashe finally taken away by Koi. So lots of AD carries getting taken out of the champion contention. G2 with first pick have a lot of different options.
I was going to say Lucian was an option, but it looks like the Maokai is the priority for the time being. We know how strong the champion is. Just very well rounded in terms of engage, good scaling, good damage, and also gives you flexibility in the mid lane in terms of what AD champions. Tristana we have seen come out from Caps before. Jace is also a very viable option.
Samira was hovered for a while, wasn't quite locked in, but G2 and Koi about to take to the Rift. That bot lane, a key point of focus for us through this game. I believe that's Caps' dad and Dylan Falco's dad together. We'll see if they perform well coming into our first game of the LEC Winter Playoffs. This crowd cracks me up. There was
so
one
the
side,
Fnatic fans started chanting Fnatic, and then the other side of the crowd goes, "Where is Fnatic?"
Nothing special. They lose every week, guys. Okay? You gotta love it.
What?
Oh, man.
The fans are not happy with you right now.
The G2 ones are. I can see them. Well, onto the Rift we go. Both junglers on the top side of the map right now. No extra pressure down the bottom lane. We have seen 5-man groups down in bot lane to try and get early push, early prio. There is a ward from G2, but nothing too adventurous happening from either of these squads.
So, given that the other game looks like it's going to be pretty stock standard, unless Koi actually could go for a bit of a delayed invade here.
I think it's just about denying any ward in that pixel bush.
Fair. But I wanted to talk about Koi's early game, because something that we've been very impressed with is their evolution from the best of ones.
Will hold on to it. Marang Flash follows, though. Needs a slow here. One more auto will be enough. Permafrost. And down to an icy tomb for Caps.
He always does it, man. Malrang always does it. Level 3, he will get a kill. And it was just a smart pathing, right? Covers the bot dive, runs towards mid, queues over the wall in case there's any wards in the river, and waits patiently to find his targets.
I seem to recall this exact same thing happening the last time the G2 and Koi met, and it was Caps. I remember listening to the voice comms afterwards saying, thought I could get a solo kill, instead I just got ganked.
I also remember, I think it was Fnatic in the playoffs last year up against Rogue, where I believe it was Razork who just flashed over the wall on Xin Zhao and sat in that bush.
Yep.
And then looked for a
some
very
sort of
similar
recall off in this bottom lane. With the strut on the MF, you can get back to the lane so much quicker. You can see Comp only sitting on the Doran's blade, whereas this double longsword dagger as Caps caught out again in the mid lane. Chaos Storm coming down. Caps, you've got nowhere to go. And we will just be chipped away. The death rate from Larssen is the second kill of the game for Koi.
What is going on? How long has Malrang been around mid or bot? It's 6 minutes into the game. He's based once. He's done, what, 6 camps, and he's just been hovering around this river the entirety of the game. How can G2's mid or bot ever push?
My expectation was we'd see a lot more action towards the bot side of the map, but Malrang, he saw his window. He was able to find an effective gank in mid. He found a repeat gank in mid as well. And remember, Malrang, he went from mid to bot back to mid. It's funny because it was actually Kadril that, because he often goes so far. Hang on, Hook.
Onto Malrang. Depth charge onto Larssen as well. TP's coming in. Nature's Guard's coming in from the side as well. Malrang trying to get away. Trimby is the rope, but look at the damage! It's a bullet time and it sends them all to hell. Larssen has to flash away. Caps still on the chase, but G2 just find everything in the top lane.
And you see the beauty of the MF in this comp. When Maokai can get the ult onto multiple targets, the follow-up is always there. No matter how far away, Hands is just in range for the ultimate. Just blows them all up there. Koi was playing good in the early game, finding these small leads, but now G2 are starting to run away with the fights.
This is the problem when you have a fed MF, but honestly, it was set up nicely.
Into Mininar, TP coming in, there's a Nature's Grasp once again. Malrang will be on the front line. He goes in, they step forward, but the bullet time hasn't even been used yet. Caps on the back line, just assassinates Trimby. Now Comp is next up. You can cleanse all you want, but you can't cleanse a death. The ultimate CC for Koi as they are forced away once again.
And Caps just does Caps things once more. He's been struggling in this game, but he makes a beeline for the backline as he's able to execute Trimby. He sets up the team to kill Comp. And G2 walk away with 3 kills, the Baron and the game.
Did he TP flank there? Solo kills Trimby, knocks Comp into the team. Sejuani was just alone on top of 4 members of G2. The cast from Broken Blade was beautiful, and this is G2's Comp.
Olaf, we might see a repeat of it in this game, guys.
It's first blood.
Broken Blade goes forward. Shigenda very willing to accept him. He's dead. He's just going to sack to the tower. Make sure that Malrang doesn't get an assist here. Shigenda will take the kill.
Not bad, honestly.
Overall, first blood, the gold lead throughout.
Anything you can do, I can do better, Malrang says. He was born in the chaos of level 1 and level 2 jungling. Good response from Koi.
I will say, Yike is 3 camps ahead.
Good response from Koi. First blood.
I can't help get the image of Whippo in my head right now, because do you remember at Worlds?
The Graves game where he was just between life with Willer.
Yeah.
And they lost the game still.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, okay, let's talk about the theory behind that. The idea is to put Malrang incredibly far behind, right? Broken Blade immediately invades.
Is he didn't do it. He did Gromp.
Yeah, and now he's top lane.
With Hex Flash. Is he going to Hex Flash into the And look at the mini-map. Comp's dead. He's as good as dead. And Broken Blade's catching mid-wave. Actually, TP coming in. Maybe they're going to protect.
He's just locked up by himself. They're trying to protect.
They're double TPing.
Double TP. Chain of corruption coming in. Larssen low already. He's eaten again. It's a double for Yike. They're looking for more. Shigenda goes all out to try and defend for Comp. Now once again underneath the tower. Now there is a long wait for the next minion wave. But instead they put the Herald down to tank the tower. Comp is going to try and kill himself on the enemy turret in-game to make sure that Hunsummer and Caps can't get any gold out of it, but he can't get there quickly enough. Hunsummer's on a killing spree, and G2 are demolishing Koi.
They're acing them between towers at 11 minutes into the game. Only Shigenda lives. That was double TP invested to save Comp, and they even gave up more kills than they initially intended to. Broken Blade caught midwave the entire time. They've lost. Let's play our own style, get our own OPs, and if they want to do crazy shenanigans and make it whack and wild.
Well, what did you do when you played against
Well, we lost, obviously. What did you do, KJ?
You had all of these draft strategies. Did you win? No, 0-3.
Actually, we beat them once.
Wasn't that cool Urgot game where you had like a crazy thing around
G2,
Baron?
no.
That wasn't against G2.
I played a Nocturne game against them once, and I went like 9-0, but we lost.
Really?
Baron taken for G2 now.
Spring 2019. But yeah, no, they're a really formidable team when you have so much flexibility in draft. It's really hard to guess where anything's going, but also what to ban, because you don't know where anything's going, kind of. So yeah, you can see that 4-5, right? You think the Sejuani is going jungle?
Shigenda just TP to this tower, and he's League of Legends right now. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Medic.
I couldn't hold it back.
I thought you were going to go like, well, they've jumped from Fnatic to Koi to this, but no, you just went for a headshot.
Yeah, that wasn't even like catching us straight. That was just straight up.
There we go. Back to the Koi chance. Let's see if Koi can vamos and manage to pressure G2 in this game, get towards that late game team fight composition that will work so well for them. Caps having to take W level 1 there just to jump away, make sure he gets to safety. And we'll see both junglers starting on the top side of the map right now. Caps, let's have a quick look at his runes. Let's see if he's gone Demolish. He has. I think when we saw Larson take the Demolish Tristana in the mid lane, he didn't get a single Demolish
Sorry,
proc off.
just a delivery of that made me giggle.
Yes. But we'll see if in this game, Caps is able to use that Demolish effectively. Might just be using it in different lanes, of course, as Caps once again jumps away from the Koi bot lane.
All right, be honest. Whose toaster have we voted up onto? Okay, I see the FPS issues.
Yeah, we see the FPS issues. It's on our side as well, so
We are getting that rectified as quickly as possible, obviously.
we can watch the PowerPoint of Koi versus G2 bot lane.
And here on slide 1, you can see the Raptors will be killed by Ike.
It's like in solo queue when you had like an Ivan top and they'd send you the PowerPoint presentation. Like, hey guys, here's why to watch LEC.
Yeah.
Slide number 1, junglers taking camps. Slide number 2, bot lane pressure.
Cage will
Cage will
fix the game.
What is it?
Cage will fix the game. Cage will fix the game.
Hey, man.
Cage roll, come on.
I'm going to change the topic because I'm working on it. And I've just fixed it for you. No, I haven't.
Under promise, over deliver, Cage is the motto in these sorts of situations. As Caps looks for some damage onto Larson, trying to get that explosive shot up so he can get his W resets. Couldn't quite land it. Comp having to jump away here. Flash is coming out as well. Malrang though on the bottom side of the map as Comp is ticking. No level 2 yet for Trimby and Comp, but they will get it off this wave. Mickey now not in the best of shapes, has to flash away.
Wow. So G2
Goes
is going back in.
Of course he does. It's Mickey.
That hook was so strong that it fixed the frames, and we're back in the action.
Nice.
The PowerPoint is over. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. And now we're back into Summoner's Rift in Hans and Mickey getting off to a good early game start of the 2v2. Managed to force out 2 Summoners out of comp there, but Malrang's response came back to bite them a little bit. Yike trying to force Malrang back. No camps down here though. I think he's scared of Yike going and attacking his bot side, but it looks like they're going to base.
I don't really blame him for Yike being pretty strong and pretty scary, as on Lilia he's gone 3-0 so far in the LEC. He looks for a mid-gank here. Gonna dive Larson, they're gonna do it as they go in. Cap splashes away, but Malrang's in the right place at the right time. First blood. Yike tanks up a tower.
Oh my god!
Oh, it's a tragedy.
I just put up a graphic saying how good he was.
Oh my god, that was disgusting.
Oh no.
I need to fix my eyes.
No, no.
Oh, yike.
No.
It happens, it happens.
Yikes.
We've all been there. We've all been there. But
yeah.
the problem is, we've been there when we flash on the wall. You know, we're not that far away from the wall. We try anyway. So Caps tanks straight away.
The idea is to get the reset by proccing the bomb and then W back out again. He also has the flash, but Malrang's in a position. And then Yike trying to get close to the get close to the wall to flash over it, but he flashes a little too soon. And you can
Caps and
see
Yike are laughing.
they're both laughing.
Yike just cracking up in the background.
Yeah, we've all done it.
I knew this was going to be a reverse sweep. I told you. I told you something's going to go haywire.
Yep.
But yeah, G2 trying to get that dive off. Larson sitting very pretty. Malrang, it was a nice flash by Caps, I will say. He predicted Malrang's Q flash to try to stop him and get him an extra tower shot, but yeah, damage was enough to get the kill.
Can I ask you a question, K-Dron? How often do you see
it? Next Dragon in about 3 minutes time. The Herald is of course available for Malrang, and his ultimate is up soon. X-slash there from Mickey. Caps goes in.
Looking for the damage.
Oh, he tried to ult flash him backwards into Mickey.
Yeah, that didn't work.
I mean, you can do it. You can pre-buffer ult and then flash
you can
behind
do it
them.
if you flash behind the person.
Yeah.
If you flash in front of them, they just get knocked away.
The flashes this game from G2 mid jungle have been suspect.
Questionable, I agree. Malrang.
Oh, Malrang.
So now this didn't work out too well for Comp and Trimby, but maybe if we add Malrang into the mix,
Oh, it's good, man.
they can look for it.
Just let him cook.
Just let him cook.
They also have
No
Wait a
cleanse on
minute.
hands.
the Rift
Here it
House.
comes.
And
Surprise.
There it is! He cooked up a spicy meal for Hans Summer. And Hans will be feeling that. Simply can't get it. And now Koi can open up. Fate's call. Pulls back one. Mickey goes back in. Larson with the stopwatch. Yike's gonna fall. Mickey two. And Caps and Hans Summer can only stand and watch. The last defense is not enough. A penta for Comp to close it out and to start Koi's comeback in this series.
Massive step up from the carry of Koi. second pentakill, I believe. He had one at Malmo. He's got one here as well. And it was a little bit hairy on the first dive, but they managed to pull it off on the second.
Much more patient play. They kited back beautifully, and Koi played the final team fight to perfection, allowing their AD carry to secure himself another pentakill. And I think that I forget exactly how many he has. He's either at 5 or he's now at 6. And if he is at 6, he's actually tied with Reckless for the most ever pentakills in LEC.
We'll make sure to find that out.
I remember that Reckless was at 6 and then Comp was second. I just forget if he was second at 4 or if he was second at 5. But yeah,
find out.
He's in his short timeline within the LEC.
We know many of you that have joined us today will, like us, want to support efforts in both countries. We at Riot Games are working alongside local and global charities through our social impact fund, Karma. Local to Turkey, Riot is supporting ABAP with an initial $100,000 donation and donation matching donations with the subject line Riot Games up to an additional $150,000. You can support ABAP at abap.org. We additionally are continuing our partnership with the International Medical Corps to support survivors in Turkey and Syria, and you can donate to the IMC at riot.com/donate. We will be back with Game 4 after the break.
Anything up? I don't suppose either of you have seen any support for Kalista?
4 supports, actually. 4 support Kalistas for Trimby in solo queue.
Oh, yeah.
2 of them, lost 2 of them. So, nice the Dustblade build with the Umbral Glaive. We'll see if he can bring it out here once again. Has been played a bit around the world as well. We'll see if Koi can continue the reverse sweep and make it 2 and 2.
So, Kalista support. Keria played it towards the side of spinning it down one.
Looking for the knockup, they can't get to Hans Summer. Instead, they go for Mickey. Comp was taking the tower, but Comp will get one. TP coming in from Caps as he joins the party. He's looking for Comp, and the damage is coming down. Double bomb from Caps! That's truly a bomber if I'd ever seen one. Trimby now retreating away. Caps gets 2. Larson came a little bit late to join the fray. And in the end, the tower dive goes in favor of G2.
You called the teleport, Cadril, and the timing was fantastic. Mickey body blocks for Hans Summer as much as he can. Comp takes the tower aggro, which means that he takes the initial tower shot, and Caps without hesitation dives in, applies the bomb onto Comp, waits for the explosion, and the damage is good.
And you might laugh and say, Malrang, why?
Coming out, they're going to turn it back around with a face call. Caps has nowhere to go in the shutdown. Goes over to Comp. Just funnel the money into his pockets. Mickey next up. They're on the chase and underneath the tower. Mickey can only die. A double for Comp. And what a comeback in the bot lane for Koi.
Koi are alive in this series. Game 2 surely woke them up. Game 3 was phenomenal, and now in Game 4, they are fighting back, and it's through bot lane, through the win condition they had all year long last year. Top side is weak side, and bot lane is the lane to play through, and they're making it work.
And what I love about it is when Hans Summer and Trimby were together on Rogue all those years ago, they were the duo that would do this all the time. They would make that bot lane play in the bush. They'd wait for someone to overextend. We saw Comp and Trimby try it in Game 1, it failed. Now we see Hans Summer and Mickey try it, it fails, and Yike is trying to make something happen in the mid lane. Larson trying to get away, the Ricochet is not going to do enough damage to fell the Ari in the mid lane. Koi, though, with a 2,000 gold lead now, coming up to the 13-minute mark, a minute 20 on the Drake. And will look to take their next fight around it.
Comp, he realizes there might be some danger here, but he plays close to the river, pops the heal, throws the ultimate out, which buys enough time for Trimby to get over the wall, flash, ulti, and then set up the play for the Koi bot lane. Comp doing a fantastic job, but who knew that Trimby was such a talented Kalista player? 3-0-4 is the scoreboard right now, and his plays have been instrumental in getting Koi the early lead that they have.
Look at the bot lane lead, 4,000 gold total. Single-handedly carrying the top side right now of Koi. Fans are going wild here in the studio for both of these teams. Game is neck and neck, actually slightly Koi favored, of course. With this next dragon spawning, they should be able to pick that one up pretty easily. The only issue they have right now is top struggling a little bit. 2 plates over to Broken Blade in isolation, a solo kill, but in terms of experience, Shigenda is all right. Pause has come through. And the Fnatic fans know that their team has arrived.
One time I'll allow the Fnatic chance today. We'll see if it works as a hack for G2. They can take a moment to breathe. You can see Broken Blade there taking a moment just to evaluate the situation in the game. We'll find out what the pause is for in just a couple of moments' time for Assault. Yeah. But what a game it's been. Explosive, to say the least.
Oh, yeah.
This Kalista Varus from Koi, currently definitely in the driver's seat of this game. Next Dragon about to spawn. If they can get 2 on the clock, they're in a very strong position to continue to force fights.
So Medic has the button!
It was Medic all along.
Medic has to start the game!
I was his he was my ghostwriter. It was Pedro and Metro.
All right, let's take stock of the game. We're 16.5 minutes in. The gold is pretty much even. Small advantage for Koi. We're even in Drakes, even in Towers. Koi found themselves a game down right now, but definitely in a position where this game is winnable.
It's always winnable, Vedius. It's not over until the next explodes. The energy in the studio here is electric. All the fans just screaming their hearts out. And now it's just a mid-wave contest again. I feel like I said that the last time the pause came through, but it's the same scenario we're in. 1-3-1 next Monday.
No LEC.
So it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday this weekend.
Yes.
So I get LEC in 4 days' time.
It's Friday, yes, then Saturday, Sunday. What?
It's Friday. Yeah, okay, bang it.
Anyway, we're going to hand over to the analyst desk as we start to sing. Guys, please, save us.
Medic has such a soothing voice. It's crazy. Ender!
Here?
Yeah.
Well, where am I?
There's another peripheral issue. So
Oh,
it's
God,
us.
not another one.
Yeah. To be fair, we fell asleep after it got paused. We would never fall asleep during that game because it was actually, all jokes aside, super hype. And it's also super close. And I feel like it's the first game of the series, and that's why it's so unfortunate that it's been riddled with pauses, where it's actually blow for blow.
Yeah, definitely.
You have such a...
Just keep it going. Yeah, just keep it going. Sorry, I really agree with the question that you're about to bring on as well.
I agree with the question.
Yeah, because I think it's a really good question.
He's reading your mind.
Due to the fact
Edward Cullen right here.
Yeah, sorry. This is super good for the early game, right? It's super good where you keep the game going and you do snowball, snowball, snowball. The problem that what I currently have right here is that you're playing into these champions over here, okay? And these champions are super hard to lock down. We've seen it already a couple times into the game where Malrang is trying to ult on towards the Tristana, but Caps is buffering it. And when you want to ult the Sivir as well, you have to have a very niche timing where the smite comes down to proc the spell shield, and then you can kind of stop them from getting Sivir ulted instead, or Sivir spell shielded instead.
Oh, they're looking for Mickey. Caps now locked up. Gale forces. Yike trying to get in the back of the pit. The Buster shot going out as Yike jumps over the wall. Malrang's got to pop a stopwatch. Shigenda into the mini now 4. Caps goes into the pit. Malrang still surviving for a moment. Shigenda kills Caps. Malrang gets away. Oh, baby! These two titans will not fall to the floor. It's round 3 at the Baron. Let's go.
Koi are holding on.
Malrang?
Wait, he's gonna...
Oh, he gets the shield off of his passive, I'm pretty sure.
Round 3, yeah.
Wow, okay, so the reason why that wasn't a Baron for G2 was because Caps was trying to keep Malrang away from the pit. You know, you just go over the wall, use your ultimate, create space. But the problem is the Baron isn't going down that quickly. But have a look at this engage from Malrang.
Insane. Really good on the hands. But let's watch Comp and Trimby. What can they offer? They're standing there. They see an Olaf on one side, a Maokai on the other, a Tristana on the other side. They just get murdered. And then the rest of Koi just have to run away. They have no damage left. G2 take over the fight. Really one-sided.
But Shigenda's saying, hey, as long as me and Malrang are alive, there's still...
Boomerang. Shigenda trying to build up that Mega Now.
Watch Malrang, watch Malrang.
Watch Comp the sapling. Comp the sapling. To the sapling. Fate's call to save him from the sapling. It's the best mechanical play I've seen in years. Shigenda now building up that Mega Now 4. Malrang, how long on your ult? Still a quarter of the cooldown left on it.
Mickey's back alive. He's making his way back towards the fight. Larson, 20 seconds, has the teleport as well. Caps will be up before him, though. But he has no TP, so he will have to run to the fight. The dragon has been started. Malrang on the flank.
Malrang gets onto Mickey once again. The sapling's the boomerang. Comp chipped away. The dragon secured that soul. Mickey forced low, but he flashes forward as he looks for more. Shigenda taking the blue up. Yike looking for the flank position here. Nature's Grasp, will it find its mark? Comp goes back in. Doesn't get caught with the roots, but Malrang sacrifices himself for his AD carry. And in the end, after all that, G2 get the soul and should be able to secure the Baron.
Absolute chaos! What the hell's going on? Koi end up losing the fight. G2 are on the Baron now. I think that's it. They're gonna get the neutrals. Soul picked up, Baron picked up, Koi, very valiant effort to try to stop it from happening. But it's G2 that come out on top.
Unbelievable sequence of events.
Can we just get a replay of Comp and how he lived,
yeah, we
but then
need to
blast
see.
coned in and solo killed Caps? Then we can watch the G2 highlight reel.
All I saw on the minimap was him being chased by 2 people, and then I saw him use his ultimate. So this is how it starts. The ultimate comes out from Hansama, Comp flashes away, Broken Blade is looking to chase.
Yep.
Okay, so he throws out the axe, isn't quite able to land the first one. Caps rocket jumps over the top of him. And then the axe isn't quite able to land. The ultimate comes out for... Oh my god, the damage onto Caps forces him to disengage. And then Comp. There's the blast cone. Comes out of the fog of war. Caps doesn't expect that at all. Surprise, it's me. Comp secures the kill. And then that fight looked really good for Koi, but they actually couldn't get on top of Hansama. So he was just playing behind his front line. He was consistently dishing out damage, which meant that G2 still had a reliable damage threat that allowed them to get through the ensuing fight, securing the Baron and the Drag.
So the biggest problem Koi have now is this Olaf. How do they get Broken Blade down? Burst champions, there's no Kai'Sa, there's no Vayne, there's no real % HP damage. Other than, I mean, the poke virus kind of... going in!
Looking for the Mega Gnar, gets Yike back. Comp with the Chain of Corruption as well. TP's coming in from Koi. Might be last chance saloon for them. Larson Jovan goes down for a second time. A triple to Hansama. And the base in tatters around Koi.
The collapse from Yike onto Larson sealed the deal for G2, and they'll look to end the series right now.
G2 make a date with Destiny in the finals once again. The new look for the new roster. It continues G2's winning ways as they lock a spot in the finals on Sunday.
Koi were competitive in the third game, and they were certainly competitive in this fourth game here, but G2 just a masterclass of skirmishing, teamfight mechanics, such a good display of talent from both these teams, but it's G2 that come out on top.
And Koi, they'll feel frustrated, but of course they're not out of playoffs. They will move down into the lower bracket semi-finals. They will face up against the winner of MAD and SK, which means that they still have an opportunity to get that rematch against G2. There's a real world